April 10, 1912. A ship hailed as Unsinkable began its maiden voyage. Just 4 days later, it vanished into the icy depths of the Atlantic. But was it really just an accident? Or was there something more, something hidden beneath the surface? Let's dive deep into one of the world's most tragic and mysterious disasters, the Titanic. Scene 1. The launch of a legend. It was the pride of human engineering, RMS Titanic, the largest and most luxurious ship ever built. From Southampton, England, it set sail toward New York, carrying dreams, fortunes, and secrets. On board were the world's elite, actors, businessmen, and hopeful immigrants chasing the American dream. Commanded by the experienced Captain Edward John Smith, Titanic was said to be so well built, it could never sink. With 269 meters of length, luxuries beyond imagination, and a cost equal to $400 million today, it was a floating palace. Stained glass, marble staircases, heated pools, Turkish baths, electric gyms, even the finest hotels would envy it. And yet, with all its glory, its greatest claim was this. Or so they thought. Scene 2. Warnings ignored. Just 2 days into its journey, ice warnings began pouring in. Danger ahead, but Titanic kept moving. Not once, not twice, 7 separate iceberg warnings were received on April 14 alone. And still, she never slowed down. Why? Many say it was the pressure, a need to break records, to prove Titanic's might. Even the vice president of the ship's company was on board, pushing for speed. Scene 3. The night of impact. Midnight neared. The sky was black, no moon, no stars. Just a bitter, blinding cold. Frederick Fleet, posted in the crow's nest, suddenly saw something massive in the distance. He rang the bell 3 times. He called the bridge. Too late. At 11:40 p.m., Titanic struck an iceberg, as long as a football field, and tall enough to match the ship's lookout post. In just 10 seconds, the fate of 2,200 souls changed forever. Scene 4. The unraveling. But how could a mountain of ice tear apart a ship made of steel? The impact grazed the right side, tearing open 5 compartments of Titanic's hull. The ship could survive flooding in 4, but 5 was too many. The Unsinkable was now a ticking clock. Captain Smith, stunned and silent, knew the truth. The Titanic was doomed. Scene 5. A race against time. By midnight, distress signals were sent. Flares lit the sky, hoping someone, anyone, would see. One ship did, the Carpathia. But it was 107 kilometers away, and would take over 3 hours to arrive. Titanic had less than 2. The lifeboats could only carry half the passengers. Many, still believing Titanic couldn't sink, refused to board. The first lifeboat went down with just 28 people, though it could hold 65. Scene 6. Chaos and courage. As water poured in, the ship began to tilt. People screamed, prayed, fought. The rear rose into the sky, the front sank below. At 2:05 a.m., the final lifeboat was lowered. Over 1,500 people remained on board. Some jumped into the freezing sea. Others held their loved ones, awaiting the end. Eyewitnesses say, Scene 7. Missed chances, costly mistakes. But here's where the mystery deepens. Another ship, the SS Californian, was just 37 kilometers away. They saw Titanic's flares, but the captain dismissed them as party signals. He turned off the radio just an hour before Titanic's impact. Why? Why ignore distress signals on a dark, freezing night? This remains one of the most controversial failures in maritime history. Scene 8. The aftermath. Only 705 people survived. The rest, lost to the sea. Investigations uncovered shocking facts. Lifeboats were too few, because Titanic was unsinkable. No safety drill was conducted. The steering mistake may have turned Titanic into the iceberg, not away. The ship was moving at full speed, despite 7 iceberg warnings. Company pressure allegedly silenced safety concerns to maintain speed and reputation. Scene 9 Legacy of Tragedy. The world was shaken. In 1914, the International Ice Patrol was formed. New rules forced ships to carry lifeboats for all. Titanic's fall rewrote safety history. It took 73 years to find the wreck, 3,800 meters deep. By 2030, experts say, the remains will completely disintegrate. And yet, Titanic lives on, in books, films, and hearts. Even today, the mystery draws us in. What if the SS Californian had acted in time? What if the speed had been reduced? What if the Unsinkable had just listened? History is full of what-ifs, but the story of Titanic isn't just about a ship. It's about pride, hubris, and the cost of ignoring warnings. Right finger, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mysterious true stories. See you in the next video.